Hello all, I am Palak Wadadia, Assistant Professor at LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology in Department of Electronics and Communication. Today we will discuss the topic that is if, elif and else and nested if statement from unit number 2, that is Python decision making and loops. So if you remember, then in our previous video we have discussed some Python decision making statements. Those are if statements and if else statements. Now in today's session we will discuss that is if, elif, else statement and nested if statements. Now before that, if you remember, then I'll have give you the one exercise. In that, so you have to enter the two number, that is grade 1 and grade 2. So the grade 1 and grade 2 represent the two grades between the 0.0 and 100.0. Now the passing grade is greater than or equal to 50. Now you have to write a code that print the average of two passing grades. The printed value should be 0.0 if the neither grade is passing grade. And the third condition is the passing grade is if exactly one grade is passing grade, and the average of the two grades if the both are the passing grade. Right? So here the three different cases are given to us, and then we have to write the code considering those cases. Now the first case is here the grade 1, for example, if the user enter the grade 1 that equal to 60 and grade 2 that equal to 50, that means the grade 1 is the passing grade because the value of grade 1 is what? It's a greater than 50, but the grade 2 is not a passing grade. So output should be what? It's a passing grade. So that is, in this case, it's a grade 1. Now consider the case 2, where both the grade are passing grade, because the value of grade 1 is 60 and the value of grade 2 is what? It's a 70. So both the grade are what? It's a greater than 50. So in this particular case, output should be what? It's average of grade 1 and grade 2, that is 65. Now consider the third case where see grade 1 is what? It's a 40 and grade 2 is what? It's a 40. So none of the grade is what? It's a passing grade because the value is what? It's a less than 50. So output is what? In that case 0.0. So now considering three different cases, and then we have to write a code. Today I'm going to write this code in an online Python compiler. Now let's see how the online Python compiler will work. See, now in Google you just type online Python compiler and then press enter. Now click on the first link. Now this is your online Python compiler. Here in main.py you have to write your code, and when you run your code, your result will display in this window, that is shell. A small program, test program, that is print, say hello. And if I run this code, then see in this shell the hello is displayed. Right? So today we will write our code here. Now we know that in our code we require the two grade value, that is grade 1 and grade 2. So first variable I am taking, that is grade 1. That equal to, that can be a float, and then input. Then here we have to write down, that is what? Enter the grade 1. Now the same statement is applicable for what? It's a grade 2. So just make copy and paste. Now here do the necessary changes, that is in place of 1 I'm just writing 2, grade 2, and here also it's what? It's a grade 2. Now I'm just initialize the two variable That is, one is n equal to 0 and another is what? Is the total. Alright? Because I want to use that variables in my program. Now the first condition I want to check, that is grade 1 is a passing grade or not. So the grade 1, that is greater than or equal to 50. If yes, then what is the total, that equal to total plus grade 1. And then I want to increase the value of n by 1, that is n equal to n plus 1. Now the same thing I want to check for the grade 2, that is grade 2 is passing or not. So grade 2 is equal to greater than or equal to 50. If yes, then again the same thing, that is total, that equal to total plus grade 2. And again I want to increase the value of n by 1. So n equal to n plus 1. And then I want to check one more condition, that is if n is greater than 0, then print the average of these two grades. And we know that that is what? It's the total divided by n. And else print 0.0. Now we will run this code. That is, first enter the grade 1, that is what? Is a 60. Now grade 2 is what? Is a 40. Now only the one grade is a passing grade, that is 60. So the output is what? In this particular case is a 60. Now let's see the execution of the program. See here, first of all, grade 1. In place of grade 1, here grade 1, I'm just make one comment like grade 1, that equal to what? It's a 60. So definitely this condition is satisfied because the 60 is greater than or equal to 50. So in the next line, what will happen? The total equal to initially what? It's a 0. Now the grade 1 is added in a total. So the variable total will contain num 0 plus 60, that equal to what? Is a 60. Now here also value of n initially was, it was a 0. Now 0 plus 1, so n equal to 1, it's a 1. Now the code will check the next if condition, that is grade 2 is greater than 50. Let's check. Grade 2, that is what? It's a 40. No, this condition is not satisfied. So the body of if will not execute. So it will check the third condition. If n is greater than 0, so here the value of n is what? It's a 1. Yes, 1 is greater than 0. So it will simply print what? The total divided by n. And total is what? It's a 60. 60 divided by 1. That is what? It's a 60. Like this. This condition is satisfied. So our code will not execute this else statement. Alright. Now let's check the another case. Now if both the grade are passing grade, then one is 90. Another is, I say 80. Now let's see what will happen. Yes, it's average of 90 and 80 is what? 85. Now let's see. Here first, in place of grade 1, you just assume 90. So yes, the 90 is greater than 50. So the body of if will execute. Here the total is what? Initially the total is 0. So the total plus grade 1, that is 90. And n equal to 1. Now the next condition. In the place of grade 2, you just assume it's a 80. So here you just substitute 80. So the 80 is what? It's a greater than or equal to 50. Yes, this condition is also satisfied. So the body of if will execute. So here the total variable that contain, see now the total is what? It's 90. In 90 the grade 2 is added, that is what? 80. So the total is what? It's 170. Now here the value of n is what? It's a 1. So the 1 plus 1, that equal to what? It's a 2. Now here, yes, 2 is greater than 0. So this statement is executed, that is print total. Total is what? It's a 170 divided by 2, that is 85.0. Now let's see the last case. If the one grade is 40 and another grade is 30, so the neither grade is passing grade. So the output is what? It's a 0.0. Let's check. Here if grade 1 is greater than or equal to 50, you just place 40. No, it is not greater than 50. So this statement is not true. So the body of if will not execute. Now here if grade 2, in place of grade 2 you just assume 30. 30 is greater than or equal to 50. No, this condition is also not true. So the body of if will not execute. So this will not execute. So directly the third if statement. Here if n greater than 0. Now n is what? It's a 0. 0 is not greater than 0. So this condition is also not satisfied. So the print statement will not execute. Now the program goes to the else part. Here simply it is written print 0.0. Now I hope this code is clear. Now next we will discuss, that is if, elif and else statement. So the syntax is if, then text expression, then the body of if, elif, test expression, then the body of elif, then else, and then body of else. If you see carefully, then there is no condition in else. That means if the above condition falls, then the body of else will execute. Now let's see. The elif is a short for else if. It allows us to check the multiple expressions. If the condition for if is false, it checks the condition of next elif block and so on. If all conditions are false, then the body of else is executed. Now if block can have a one else block, but it can have a multiple elif blocks. Right? So if statement carry the multiple elif but only one else block. Now next we will see the flowchart for the if, elif, else statement. As we discussed, first of all, if statement is evaluated. If this expression is true, then body of if is executed. And if it is a false, then body of elif is evaluated. And if it is a true, then the body of elif is executed. And if it is a false, then the body of else will executed. Now the next is nested if statement. See, we can have a if, elif and else statement inside another if, elif and else statement. This is called what? As a nesting in a computer programming. Now any number of this statement can nested inside one another. Indentation is the only way to figure out the level of nesting. Okay, now based on this elif, if, elif, else and nested if statement, I'll just give you the one exercise. That is, you have to just take a 3 different number and then you have to find out the minimum of them. For example, if you say a equal to 1, b equal to 2 and c equal to 3, then your code should give me the answer, that is minimum number is 1. Alright. Thank you.